Yeah, that's right. We're doing another tier list, like almost a year later since the last one. But these are still relevant to no one but me. And this time, we're doing every state in the United States of America. So this should be interesting. Feelings are gonna get hurt. Feelings are gonna get mended, and bonds are gonna be created that will last for the rest of my life. So we're starting it off with Indiana, it appears. Indiana. Haven't heard too many great things about this state, to be honest. Indiana, the official website. Let's check it out. We're taking all the work out of finding a new job. That's pretty cool. Community recycling grants now available. Now I want an unbiased source on Indiana, so that's why we're gonna go to Wikipedia. How many people are living in this state? We got 6 million people in the state of Indiana. That's pretty impressive. That's a lot of people. Here's Indiana's welcome sign. Crossroads of America. Pretty lame if you ask me. Indiana woman who admitted to injecting fecal matter into her son's IV in 2016 was sentenced on Thursday. What? Why would you do that? What was the motive for injecting feces into the IV? I have all the information about Indiana that I could ever want, and from what I've heard, not so good. That's going into the C tier. Next up is Hawaii. Hawaii. That's how you pronounce it, I believe.
Hawaii. Hawaii. Hawaii.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. That's obviously incorrect. Let's take a look at some images of Hawaii. Hawaii. This is pretty cool. I'm enjoying what I'm seeing here from Hawaii. 6 bodies recovered from tour helicopter crash in Hawaii. That's not good. That might affect its ranking if you're gonna have that happen in your state. But I mean, look, it's so. Oh no, wreckage of tour helicopter crash. Okay, is this all we have? Wreckage of Hawaii tour helicopter. Is this just all there is right now? This is making the news, big news. Look at this. All of these are about this helicopter crash. I mean, they got some good stuff going on there, but this helicopter crash stuff, it's really in my mind right now. So for that reason, I'm giving them an A. They would have been an S otherwise. All right, next up is California. Everyone knows California. Everyone's talking about California. California got a lot of things going on. They make a lot of movies there. California has the best tax system in the whole country. I know this because I wrote a whole essay about this. Here we go, cdtfa.gov. Go and check it out, read it up. Wrote a whole paper for my state and local government class. I got 96, so I'm pretty sure I'm right. So, I don't know, California doesn't seem to have much going for it these days, so I'm giving it an A, mostly because of the tax system, best in the union. Alaska, formerly territory of Russia. Fun fact, not many people know that. How much does Alaska pay you to live there? Alaska pays each of its residents up to $2,000 every year. It's not, you're not being paid because you live there. I mean, although you do have to earn that, you do have to live there in order to get the $2,000. It's because of their oil. This U.S. state will pay you $2,000 a year just to live there. I mean, it's technically true, but it's quite a clickbait headline. Wow, that's a pretty nice image from Alaska. I gotta give them that. Look at that. That's beautiful. Look at that. That's beautiful. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's pretty beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Alaska, you got a lot going on. And you're going to put $2,000 in my pocket for putting you high up on the list. I know that for sure. Alaska, you're getting the A tier. My PayPal is in the description. And please send me my $2,000. Thank you. Ooh, Alabama. Alabama, this is going to be tough. This is going to be a tough one. Alabama's got a bad reputation, and it deserves it. You know that the state has absolutely nothing to offer scenic-wise when the only images at the top are images of the state on a map. Alabama, you're getting an F. Okay, I believe this is Arizona. Well, Arizona has a couple of things named after them. The state, you got Arizona tea. Never tried it, but what an iconic can. You have pants being made because of the design being just so good. You just want to wear the can. I mean, have you ever seen a can of a drink and you said, I want to wear that as pants? Never. Until you look at the Arizona tea can. Look at that. Beautiful. 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 This is one of the states that I have been to and visited. This past summer, I went to Arizona and I took a look at the Grand Canyon, and it was beautiful. I stayed in Flagstaff for a day before I went to the Grand Canyon. I took a picture of this sign, this Hotel Monte Vista, I believe it's called, sign. Didn't stay there, but I took a picture because it just looked beautiful at night. It was great. So anyway, Arizona, S tier state. Beautiful. Don't know anything else about it, but it's a beautiful state. All right, Colorado. Been to the state many times. High snowpack could increase Colorado's flood risk. That's a problem. That is a problem. But then again, take a look at this. I mean, if I was 10 feet underwater, I wouldn't care if I was standing in this river. Beautiful. Colorado, you're getting an S tier, just because of your looks. I know. I'm rating a lot of these states on their looks and not their personality, and I will admit that. But that's just how I'm going to do it, okay? Next up is Delaware, a state that I pretty much never think of, and only until now I have forgot it even existed. So I'm going to need to look into this state a little bit. Look, you have to have a magnifying glass in order to see this thing on the map. Who's living here? You know, you can have good looks, but your personality does need to come through a little bit. It does need to come through a little bit. You can't be all looks and no personality. And Delaware has some looks, but absolutely no personality. And for that reason, I'm have to put it in the D category. Connecticut. This is another state that I never think about at all. This state, to me, it doesn't exist. See, this is another state where the only things that show up on the images are pictures of it on a map. That's when you know you have a problem as a state. So, Connecticut, you're going on to D tier. Florida's got a lot going on for it in terms of vacationing and tourism. We got Daytona Beach for race fans. We got Pensacola Beach for whoa, what is this? I'm not on a phone, idiot. Destin, stunning courts, white beaches, challenging golf, and world famous fishing. I have a beef with Destin because every year in high school, I always saw everyone posting pictures of them at Destin. Everyone in my high school went to Destin, the Destin beach, like it was some big hangout. Like, it's not really that cool, okay? And like, if it was really that cool, I would have been invited by someone to go with them to Destin Beach, but no one ever invited me to go to Destin Beach with them. So obviously it can't be that cool that I wasn't invited to go to Destin Beach with them, okay? Jeez. Florida, you're gonna go to the B tier. That's the first B tier state. All right, Georgia, my own state, Georgia. I'm honestly not sure if pictures of places in the state are gonna come up or if it's just gonna be on the map. I'm leaning more towards it's gonna be pictures of the state on a map. Yep. Wait a second. This is the country, Georgia. That's funny. I don't know. There's a lot of forests, and that's not really the greatest. I don't really care too much about that. Georgia is gonna get B tier. Maryland, another state that might as well not exist. Okay, This is like maybe 3 weeks since what you just saw. You'll see that I put some on here that I didn't actually just do. It's because the microphone was not working, so that footage is useless. So I'm just gonna do this, and I'm going to knock out a bunch of states right now. Just first impressions. I'm just gonna get rid of them and put them up on the board, so let's go. New Hampshire, I don't think about this state at all. Minnesota, they're pretty cool. I think they have a lot of hockey stuff going on there, so they're getting a C. Montana, I hear they have some cool mountains, and I'm sure that they look great. So I'm gonna put you in the A category. I don't know what state this is. I think it's South Carolina. So it's getting a D. North Dakota, getting an F because there's no need to split Dakota into 2 states. And whereas South Dakota, you're getting an F too. Wyoming, I don't think anyone lives in Wyoming. West Virginia, pretty horrible state. The only thing that they have going for them is Country Roads by John Denver. And other than that, it's pretty much just, I feel bad for a lot of the people living in that state. So I'm going to give them a D. Missouri, I feel like Missouri is like the most racist state. That's just the first thing that pops into my head, so they're gonna get an F. South Carolina, didn't I already do South Carolina? Oh, I did North Carolina maybe. What is this? This is North Carolina, I think. No, I actually have no idea what state that is. I really don't. Pennsylvania, a lot of Amish people there. We saw that thing where it's the 4 NPC characters who all look like they share the same player model. Got arrested for a DUI on a horseback carriage recently. That was pretty funny. Gonna put them in the B. Vermont, I feel like I'd see some pretty nice stuff on Google Images, and that's pretty cool. I feel like I would find some cool stuff on Google Images for Vermont. And Bernie Sanders is from there, so I'm giving him an A. Alright, so we're down to like this last row, so I'm gonna take it back and we're gonna start looking into these states again. Massachusetts. I'd like to see some images now. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good. They just have pictures of the state on a map. But this looks pretty cool. This is a nice picture. I'd like to look at this picture a lot. If you told me that I had to look at this picture for the next day, for 24 hours straight, I would not be mad at all. So Massachusetts, you're gonna get up there pretty high in the B territory, B category. Michigan, I feel like the only thing that I really directly associate Michigan with in my head is sports. I don't know why, but sports is the first thing I think about when I go to Michigan. I've never been to Michigan, but the first thing that my brain jumps to when I think Michigan is sports. Which sport, I don't know, but just sports in general. So just because the only thing I can think about for Michigan is sports, I'm putting them in the D category. Nebraska, I feel like there's not much in Nebraska. Just a lot of fields, right? Visit Nebraska. This is all they have, is just a recreation of the Oregon Trail. Beef. Nebraska regularly leads the nation in beef exports. The state's cattle ranchers send more than $1 billion in beef overseas each year. So Nebraska, I'm kind of ambivalent. I'm just going to give them a C. Nevada, Las Vegas, Nevada. I'd like to see some pictures of Nevada. Pretty beautiful. Look at these people. They're having a great time looking out. Radioactive materials area. Oh yeah, that's right. Didn't we test a bunch of nukes in Nevada? Here it is. Look at that. Uninhabitable for the next 200 years, probably, right? 400. How did we do this and no one none of the radio? How did we do this and have none of the radio? How did we do this and have none of the radiation go anywhere else? It's just stayed here. I'm sure it wasn't Nevada's fault that nuclear bombs were dropped there. So I'm gonna give them a B. New Jersey. They produced the Jersey Shore, which is a stain on our pop culture in America for probably centuries. New Jersey, ground zero for sea level rise, says scientist. Uh-oh. Well, as Ben Shapiro says, just sell your house and you'll be fine.
You think that people aren't going to just sell their homes and move?
They got snow, they got a beach, they got everything. So, New Jersey, you're getting a D, just for Jersey Shore, basically. New Mexico, don't know too much about New Mexico. You got mountains, you got more mountains. New Mexico, You're getting a B for your looks, only for your looks. New York, you got New York City. I've always wanted to go to New York City. Statue of Liberty, technically in New Jersey, I think. So it's kind of false advertising to have the Statue of Liberty right there. Times Square just looks like absolute hell, honestly. Like, you just have a million flashing things at you. So New York has some pretty cool scenic places, if I remember correctly. I didn't really look at any of that, but we give them an A. Ohio is a state that I'm pretty familiar with. I've been to Ohio a couple of times, have family in Ohio. I feel like I've already done everything in Ohio that there's to offer in Ohio, so there's no reason for me to go back, really. Yeah, I have family there, so it's kind of a bump up, so I'm just gonna put them in C. Oregon. Is this a whale with a dead whale? What are they, oh no, stranded whale euthanized. Researchers will collect samples from the whale before it is buried on the beach. They're just gonna put sand right over it. They're not even gonna move it. It's just, they're just gonna put sand right on top of it. Cool. Wow, look at that. This is nice. That's beautiful. Good job, Oregon. Yeah, Oregon's like the hiking state. You just go on hikes all over Oregon. This is where like all the white girls on Instagram will post their pictures and be like, hashtag wanderlust. Oregon. Gonna get an S. Why not? Tennessee. Been to Tennessee multiple times, many times. Mostly to Chattanooga. Never been to Nashville. What the hell? Alright, Tennessee has its highs and lows, but it's not all too bad, so I'm gonna give them a B. Texas. Oh boy, Texas. I have family from Texas. Last time was in 2012, and I did an epic video. And I put it to some dubstep music, so that was pretty cool. That was peak 2012 right there. I went to San Antonio, Texas, USA. This is a nice place. I'd go back, but I don't think I would go anywhere else in Texas. So, Texas, I don't know, I'm kind of conflicted here. I think I'm gonna give them a C. Utah, I think this is gonna be another state that's just like good looking. I don't really know. Oh, they have the Mormons in Utah. Wow, look at that. I'd like to see that in person. I feel like this picture's been taken about 1,000,000 times in the same exact location, and I never see any cars, like anywhere. It's always a blank rail. Look at this. Okay, there's 2 cars right there. So Utah, +1 for the scenery, so you get a B. South Carolina, don't really know much about you. So I've been to South Carolina. I've been to some of their beaches. Myrtle Beach, yeah, I've been there. All right, South Carolina, you're gonna get a C. Final state is Washington State. Look at this, beautiful. I want to go to Washington. It's on my list. Look at that, beautiful, beautiful, kind of beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Washington, you're gonna get an S tier. So here's my final states tier list. Here it is. Take a look. This is it. Know your place in society. If you live in one of these states, it reflects on your own personal being. So that's right, I am a B tier person because I live in Georgia. So if you want to move up in the ranks, move to one of these states that's up higher. So that's all I have to say. It's your fault.